Well, I would have to say that Christian Ibarra inspired us to this victory today by sacrificing his body. I'm just kidding. You're supposed to laugh. You guys are too tight. Let's go. Loosen up out here. Jeez. Obviously, a great victory for us. Kyle Bowman was the story of the game for me, to go out and 5 no-hit innings to get us going, to keep them down. When we had a lead, I didn't think it was safe after watching the way they fought back yesterday from down 6-0. And, in that 6th inning, then Kyle ran into a little bit of trouble. But, we gave him the opportunity to pitch his way out of it, and he did. And that's kind of become his M.O. When he gets in trouble, he bears down and makes some big pitches. And, even the walk to Fisher with the bases loaded, I thought he was really battling hard. And, unfortunately, just slightly missed on the 3-2 pitch. But I thought he was the story of the game for us. And obviously it's a big shot in the arm for us as we get started with the NCAA tournament next week. But once again, I'm sure all you will want to talk about is the way we swung the bats, because everybody loves offense. And obviously we're really proud of the way we did swing the bats today. I thought we had some super at bats. I don't know what's going on with Tyler Moore at this RBI streak he's on, but nobody talk to him. Let him just keep doing it, okay? But Civic and Laird and everybody else swung the bats great today, and it was just a good full team effort. We're very happy and proud to be in the championship game tomorrow. I think it's a great experience for our players to go to sleep at night knowing that the next day they're waking up playing for a championship. And I want them to get used to that feeling. It's a feeling that not a lot of athletes get an opportunity to experience, and I have a sense that they'll be excited to play tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go ahead now, open the floor for questions. For the student athletes, we do have a couple floor mics there. If you'll raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you. With 3 student athletes up here, please let us know to which student athlete you're directing your question. Go ahead.
Kyle, last start against Arkansas didn't go so hot, and really, after your injury, kind of struggled to find your way back into this rotation. Was it your ankle injury that kept you out that long, and what is kind of behind your resurgence here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame any of that on an injury. It's just I didn't make some good pitches and some starts, but it's definitely exciting now to be a part of it at the stretch run right now, and we're just ready to go out tomorrow and get a championship.
Other questions for LSU student athletes? Let's go to the back.
Kyle, can you talk about turning kind of a big negative into a positive? Bases loaded, nobody out, and you work your way out of it there.
Yeah, you just gotta make pitches. AD came out there and told me to just relax and bear down, and that's all you got to do. I gotta trust my catcher over here and just make some good pitches.
Other questions? We've got 2 here in the front, side by side. Start here.
Tyler, you were on the team last year, competed for this title. A lot of players, like the guys to your left, weren't. What do you tell them about preparing to play for a championship?
Championship days are, some of the most fun days in baseball, and so, you can't put too much pressure on yourself just because it's just like another game. You're waking up and you're playing another game. We've already played 60 games, and this is just another game, and so you have to prepare yourself mentally the same way you would on another Sunday, is waking up, and the only thing that's different is you're playing for a championship. So there's no really added pressure. It's almost more fun. It's it's an experience that not a lot of guys get to experience. So we're just gonna go out there and make the most of it.
Front row, Scott.
Cade, obviously lost some minutes hitting, but your pitchers are pitching really well too. They're this streak that you guys on. What do you see from behind the plate when you're catching these guys? What are they doing well that's helping them hold the other teams down?
Our pitchers are competitive. They're going to go out there every day. They're going to give us a chance to win. I feel that all our pitchers are commanding all their pitches, and they're throwing them in any count that they want and putting them for strikes.
Other questions for the student athletes? Far side, and then we'll come to the middle. Go ahead.
Tyler, I asked you over there how you can describe this streak you're on. Does it give you, going into this championship game, a sense of confidence, or do you guys have to look at this as one game at a time and not worry about what you've done over the last week?
Yeah, well, you know, it definitely brings confidence over into the next game. But, you know, I've heard that each at-bat is its own season. And so, you know, you can't really look at what you did. What you did isn't going to make results for what you're going to do. And so, you know, you just have to prepare yourself, and you're 0 for 0 at the start of that day, no matter if you went 0 for 4 or 4 for 4 the last day. And so you start the day fresh, you start the day new, and you just have to do the best that you can to help the team win.
Front row in the middle.
Yeah, this is for Tyler. Coach was joking about it. What did you play where the ball hit your third baseman in the face and then it goes, you know, it still gets, I guess it gets an assist on the play.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't really explain it. You know, he kind of just, I guess he just lost it late, and it happened to square him up perfectly and bounce straight up to where Bregman could run under it and catch it. So, you know, I don't know if it's going to be on not top 10 or top 10. It could be on either one. So,
We have time for one more for the student athletes, if there is one. Okay. Thank you, guys. You guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't see the hand. Go ahead. This will be the last one for the student athletes.
Kyle, how do you feel now about, you know, being handed the baseball perhaps in an NCAA tournament situation when you may need to win a game for this team?
You know, honestly, I feel my confidence is the same. You know, whatever coach decides to do, I'll be ready to do it, and hopefully we can keep the streak going.
Okay. Thank you, guys. You guys are welcome to head back to the locker room. We'll keep Coach for just a few more minutes.
Don't let the bus leave without you.
Thanks, guys. You're all right.
It's the last time we bring you here.
Uh-huh.
Remind us not to invite that guy back.
Is that your catcher? We'll go ahead and take a few questions for Coach Mainieri, if you'll raise your hand. Let's start in the back, second row in the middle.
Paul, kind of the same question. Were you glad? Was it a bigger deal to you to see 5 no-hit innings or to see Kyle again get out of that inning without much damage?
I tell you, Randy, I don't know if I could say I favored one or the other, because he had great control in those first 5 innings. He was throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, and he had the ball down in the zone. He was throwing some good changeups. AD was calling a great game as usual. And he was really in a good rhythm, and it was nice to see that, because you don't see that a lot with him. You know, if he's just off the plate, he falls behind and counts, because he can't just work the middle of the plate. He's got to, you know, work both sides of the plate. So his command was great in those first few innings. But then you know how I feel. You've been around me long enough. Anytime a player gets into a tough situation, he has to perform in the clutch when he can't get down on himself. That always inspires me, and that's what I love to see in our players. And when he pitched out of that jam, like I said, even when he walked Fisher, I didn't think he gave in. I think he battled him hard. He made some quality pitches and just missed with that 3-2 pitch when he walked him. You know, I thought he just did a tremendous job for us. Something that just thrilled me right from the first pitch to the last.
In the back standing, go ahead.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Coach, does Kyle working out of that jam maybe give you even more confidence in a game situation, give maybe him some latitude going forward?
Well, you know, he did it last week at Auburn. You know, I know I forget how many innings he went and how many runs he gave up, but there were a few jams that he pitched out of at Auburn. So he's starting to show a knack for being able to do that, and that's a wonderful thing. I also felt that Kyle was going to be a good pitcher today in this ballpark. You know, it's very hard to hit the ball out of this park. Anderson hit one ball really good against him early in the game to deep center that Stevenson ran down. You know, the way you get beat in this park is if you walk batters. And if you just throw it over the plate and you can speed them up and slow them down by changing speeds, you got a good chance to win here.